What's up? What's up? What's up? Um, so I've made some videos with Rockstar Editor over the years. A lot of learning, trial and error, a lot of advice from other editors. Um, a lot of my earlier videos, I kind of thought that they were good at the time. The more I learned, the more I was like, man, these can be better. And then, once I learned some of the tips and tricks from some of the other editors. Looking back at my earlier videos, it's like, man, those were not as good as I thought they were. So, yeah, if you're looking to get into editing, if you're already into editing, um, yeah, these are some things that are really going to help you in your editing and really make your videos come out cleaner. Um, Main thing I'm focusing on, the main thing I'm talking about right now is the smooth camera blend. Everybody's heard of it. A lot of people are terrified of it. Um, if you play around with it for a little bit, it can just kind of be confusing. Um, it's a lot more straightforward to just do the linear transitions, or aka blends. They call them blends, but they're just camera transitions. Um, but it'll really give you kind of like a staggered, kind of chunked out look from camera angle to camera angle. Um, Gotta shout out the dude, Car Meet Paradise on Instagram. I recently saw some of his videos, specifically a video that he did on one of our guys' newer tracks. It's his ninth most recent video at this time. Um, yeah, he was just really getting it, you know. He knows everything that I'm going to be showing you guys in this video. And honestly, it was just kind of an inspiration for me to get back into editor because if you know me, you know that, I haven't edited videos in a while. Kind of the editor's version of writer's block, or, I just kind of stack clips and it's a little overwhelming to even consider like what project I'm going to do first. So, got some clips yesterday after the Sunday event. Just drifting one across Nick's new tracks, one of his Toge tracks, and was really just vibing on it, hitting corners, going wide, deep angle. It's crazy. It's like, man, I just got like 5 clips of this solo drift session. A little inspiration from the bro Car Meet Paradise on Instagram. It's like, man, I'll put something out. Fuck it, why not? Um, Yeah, his Instagram is Car Meet Paradise, like I said. His PSN is Sturge, STURG underscore 5711. Shout out to Bro, giving me a little inspiration. I can tell he was really loving that track, vibing on the editor, and hitting those smooth camera blends, or blend transitions, I should say. Um, so, yeah, I'm gonna get into this video. Like I said, I got, I think, 5 good clips on it. I ended up deleting one because it was a little redundant based off of the other clips I had. So I got 4 clips in this current project right now. I already did my camera work on my first clip, and I was like, you know what? I should stream this. You know, teach some of the guys that don't know how to use the blend transition, kind of break it down. I mean, you can explain this kind of stuff to somebody, but without like seeing how it's really applied, it can just be more confusing. So that's the purpose of this video, is to kind of show you how it works step by step. Yo, we got Nissan in the chat. Suck your mom. Yeah, bro. That's right. So yeah, I'm gonna get into it. Like I said, I already did the camera work on this first clip. I think this is gonna be the first clip of the video. I don't know. It's a little short of a minute, so I might just put these out into separate videos, but um, let's just give you a little example of what I've already got. This is basically a final clip. You can see it's got a lot of cameras dropped on the playhead there. So yeah, I'm gonna just run this one. I like to kind of start out a video pointed up in the sky, just personal preference, but I might even add a little text over the top of this, just saying like the track name, because really this is like a more of a track showcase than a skill showcase, which, you know, I don't know, shouts to Cross, for making this dope track. So yeah, this is what I got so far. This is the first of 4 clips that I'm going to be doing camera work on. This took me about 20 minutes just to dial in. But yeah, here we go. I am going to consider this like a complete clip. Like I'm not going to do any more work than I've already done on it. But we're basically just emulating that, drone shot. So you can see my camera's tilting a little bit, kind of leaning into those banked corners. Because just like a drone would have to, it's kind of got to lean into that corner just like the car does. So a little reverse stuff there. Just kind of emulating that drone, passing the car, getting that front shot. I hit the wall there, so I just kind of ended it there, but finished that clip with a shot of the bus that went into the little frozen lake there. So again, it's like a track showcase, so I gotta show some of the cooler shit. So the first thing to take note of here is that if you look at these cameras like one by one, like you're gonna notice that my car is not in any of those shots. So if you're used to using the linear camera transitions, blends, transitions, synonymous. You can see a little bit of my car in that one, but all these other ones, it's like my car isn't quite in the shot. Like that one, you can see a little bit of it, but that is the key to the smooth blend. Anticipating where your car is going to be. And that's the thing that really hangs up a lot of people with this technique is you kind of got to think like 20 feet ahead of your car. Like, where do you want your car to be in the shot? So that's really the biggest secret. And you can explain that to people, but it doesn't make sense so much if you don't see what's actually getting done to the project. You've also, obviously, if you've used Editor a lot, like you have a bubble that you can work within, so that's another restriction, that you can only back out so far. So combination of staying within that bubble and anticipating where your car is gonna be. So I'm gonna let this one run again. I'm also gonna delete the stuff up on the screen. If you're just hopping into this live stream late, feel free to run it back to see some of the earlier stuff. It's a little bit of information, a little bit of background, all that. But yeah, this is my first clip. This is complete complete camera work for this clip. So I'm just gonna show you guys this first one, and then I'm gonna show you guys how to do this step by step. And again, we're just emulating that drone footage, like the drone's gonna lean into the corners, just like the car's gotta lean into the corners. And when the drone passes the car, it's gonna do the same thing, it's gonna lean the other way. So it's just flying backwards, but it's also gotta bank those corners still. Alright, so another thing that I should probably mention, it doesn't really involve the smooth cam. say you've done a project, you've completed all your camera work, you've done all that stuff, and you want to like upload it or export it to um, your clip gallery, right? Like, here's a little secret, and it took me a long time to learn this. When you do that through, like, let's see, we're going to go back, return to the timeline. So it gives you the option to export, right? So, like, I'm just going to save it real quick. So if we export it right now, it'll save it to our clip gallery, but it drops your quality. So like you're gonna go from like, I don't know what it is on P5, like 1216, whatever, 1040, 720. It's gonna drop that resolution if you export it through the editor. And that's a huge thing if you want to hold up the quality of your video. So like the workaround for that, so say I'm done with my camera work on this clip, right? The workaround, if you want that really high resolution, really high quality, instead of doing the export through editor, what I would do, and I've already done it for this clip because, like I said, I've already finished the camera work here. So up in the top right, you can see that this clip is 49 seconds, 49.8 seconds. So a little under a minute. So the workaround for the resolution is you get rid of all your visual shit so that it's nice and clean. You give yourself a little bit of time, hit play, and let that shit run. So right now, we're recording, and this is what we're gonna save to our clip gallery. So we get to the end of this, so say I'm at the end of this, you know, I'm gonna hit the share button, and I'm gonna save the last minute. And that sends it to my gallery without dropping my quality. So I'm not gonna do it through editor. I'm going to do it through the PlayStation with the share button by saving the last minute. And as long as I can save, you know, at least the amount of time the clip is, like, say your clip's like a minute and a half, like, you'd probably just have to save the last 3 minutes. Like, if your clip is like 29 seconds, save the last 30 seconds. And then you can take it in Share Factory, trim it down, do whatever you got to do. I mean, it's always good to have, like I said, a little extra at the beginning, or even maybe like a little extra at the end, let it run for a second. But, you know, if you're within that 56 range, that really only gives you like 2 seconds on either end of that 1 minute clip. So you could always play it safe and just save the last 3 minutes, but storage conservation is still an issue. So I don't know. I only saved a minute. It's at 49. That gives me 11 seconds to work with trimming later. So yeah, I'm gonna run this one more time for you guys, just so you can kind of see what we're going for. This is the end result. Like, we're gonna do the next clip. We're gonna edit all our cameras. We're gonna do all of our blends/transitions, and we're gonna use only SmoothCam for those. And again, this is the beginning of my video, so I'm gonna think ahead, like, how do I want the video to start? My preference, I like looking up at the sky and then panning down to the car. Okay, that's the end of that clip. Got a little time, you know. Okay. Alright, enough reviewing what I've already done. Let's hop into what I have yet to do. Let's take a look at this clip. This one, okay, so that is kind of where I left off in that run. It's coming around that wall. So this is the raw footage that I have to work with. This is the kind of thing that if you're good with this camera angle, then you could just post this. If all if you just want like follow cam with no map, HUD, none of that, player list, you could just use editor for this kind of thing, honestly. But we're going for a little bit more than that, We're going for really nice camera angles, nice smooth drone shot. Okay, so before we start playing with this camera stuff too much in this clip, like I'm 90% sure this is going to be the second clip of the video. And since we're at less than a minute, I don't know, I kind of got to make some decisions here. I think this might be the second clip of the video. This is almost a minute as well. So we're looking at like a minute and 40 seconds overall, which is a little bit long for a video, but I don't know. Maybe I'll just put these two clips into one video, because we don't want to push it, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Nobody's going to watch all that. So I might just put these two clips into one video, but before we make any decisions, let's take another look at the third and fourth clip. So once you screen record that clip, that is what you end up with in Share Factory. So, okay, this is obviously coming the other way, kind of picking up where we left off in the first clip, but just going the other way. So this might be like the second clip in a two-parter, basically. And maybe the last clip on our project is going to be the first one. It's looking like that's what's going to be the case, but let's see, just go through here. Okay, yeah, so I wanted to end this video with this clip of me getting out of the car, doing an emote, mind blown, dope track, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. First two clips, that's one video. Second two clips, this is the first, and this is the second. Just to be sure, though, yeah. So, like, one video's going one way, other video's going the other. And, yeah, that's what we got. And it's totally not in chronological order of how it happened, but, the magic of editing. So, maybe I'll just edit these last two clips in the project so that this is like basically starting a new project, from step one. So that's what we're going to do for this stream, at least. So this is going to be the first thing we're going to do. So yeah, let's get into it. Free camera, obviously. My first clip is going to be looking at the sky, I think, again. I'm going to put it up ahead of the car so that we don't deal with anything with the smooth blend. I'm going to look up, give it some zoom, put this a little forward. Let's add another camera there. Edit camera, where's my car? Alright, so my car's pulling into the shot, but again, we got to think about 20 feet ahead of the car. We're going to zoom back out. So let's just play around with it a little bit. We're just going to call that good for that one. So I'm going to let that playhead go forward. Okay, so now it's out of range. So this is the process. I'm going to bring it out of range, bring it right back till it's in range, set a camera, edit camera. This is ultimately the shot we want of my car, basically. So we're just going to say that's like 20 feet ahead, like that, right? We're going to call that good for now. Rinse and repeat, Bring it until it's almost out of range. And again, we're in a drone, right? But we're not turning it. We're just flying straight for now. So we're not going to do any kind of tilting. This is about 20 feet ahead of the car, like that. Maybe we'll go a little bit low just because there's nothing our camera can run into. There's no sloped walls or anything. And we might go back and change all these, but actually, I'm going to bring that camera forward a little bit so that we have more, so that we have less cameras dropped on our playhead and we have more time before it's out of range again. So my car's really picking up speed. Okay, so now we're going to go up ahead of my car, but you can see I'm already starting to turn to the right a little bit. I'm going to give that a little tilt because between my last camera and this camera, that's when my drone would start banking that corner, right? So I'm going to do like that. I'm going to see how that works. That might look good, I think. I'll bring it back to here just so we can get the car a little bit more centered in the camera. Okay. Again, we're going out of the range, back into the range. Because if we set a camera here, we got to redo the zoom, the tilt, all that. But if we set it here, we're picking up where we left off on the last camera. So we can hold that tilt, hold that zoom, all that. So that's our limitation. We're going to set the camera here. We're going to be looking where the car's going to be going. Okay. This is just like a huge right-hand corner, so it's just going to be pretty simple. You know, if we wanted to do kind of like a drone passes the car, we could do a little bit like that and then just kind of run it backwards for a while. But I think this first shot would be a little bit more dramatic if it was just like following the car through this whole huge right-hand corner. And let's see, that's our limitation. We're going to do, maybe we'll go a little bit higher looking down on the car just so you can see, so the viewer can see like how much angle the car gets, you know? Some good angle. It's more speed at this point, but again, we can go back and change any of these cameras as much as we want. Probably won't play so much with zoom, but more just angle. I'm probably going to keep the zoom pretty consistent. So the car is going to be, I'm probably pushing my camera a little far out. But, you know, we'll probably go back and change that. So the car's going to be like somewhere in here. And so that's when it's going to be starting to level out. I'm going to keep my tilt like it is because the drone would hypothetically be banked on that corner still a little bit. But on our next camera, it's leaning the other way. Okay. I can already tell that's going to be funky because the car comes up off the right side. I didn't ride that wall as long as I thought. So I'm going to go like here. There we go. Okay, so that's where the car goes. So the first thing, tilt it the other way. So by the time the last camera gets to this camera, we'll have totally changed our tilt from the right-hand corner to the left-hand corner. So the car's probably going to be, I don't know, I kind of want to bring it out to the limitation of the bubble just to give ourselves plenty of time before we add another camera. Because if I set that camera further back, you know, instead of that changing there, that's going to change like here. Because you only got so much distance from your car. Alright. That's where we can go to. Oh, what am I doing? Camera. And this is like a big swooping left. Looks like it levels out for a little bit, so we'll have a transition with the drift here. So our next camera is probably going to be tilting the other way, or at least starting to. Actually, from the last one to this one, it's going to go pretty flat, I think. Okay, wow, the camera just auto-leveled for some reason. So we're going to bring it up past the car. We're going to bring it to here because I don't think the car's going pretty fast. It just hit a pretty big straight. So we're just going to lean it a little bit to the right like that. And this is just our initial camera angles. Like we're going to go back and change a lot of these. Like some of them might be good still, but a lot of them are going to be a little funky. Why is it auto leveling like that? I don't know. Alright, so we're going to set that one there, way up ahead of the car. Let it pass, see where it goes. It's a little bit to the right, but that might not matter. So like once, and again, right now, like all these blend modes are on none because that final playhead is something. You know, the one over here, like that's something. So if we make this linear or smooth now, then it's going to start trying to do a transition to the end. So right now, we got none. Like there's no blend mode right now. Okay. Gonna bring this up to here. And this keeps all of our zoom and tilt. We're gonna start tilting the other way, I think, though. A little bit of that. So we're gonna bring it, and I'm setting it here because I know this is where my car's gonna be. It's that anticipation. That's the key. Maybe we'll do like a little bit tilted and then go more tilted once we get deeper into that corner. Okay, so that's where we lose our camera settings. Bring it back to here. That's where we still got them. So if I go from this camera to this camera, it's going to basically move in a straight line. So you can kind of see what the next thing we're going to get into is setting cameras in between the ones we're setting now so that I can get over there more. So a straight line from the last one to here is like there. And in which case the car is going to be out of shot when it's up on that wall. So that'll be the next phase of this though. So we don't have to worry about that for now. Let's see. I think we're getting pretty far from the car. Again, like that's definitely more than 20 feet, but we're going to run it for now. We're almost to the end of this clip, so we're going to do a little, we're going to add all our blends and then do a little testing and then some fine tuning, and that'll be it. Go like here. So I'm pretty sure I held this whole angle with my car. I don't even think I manjued this thing at all. Okay. Ooh, I fucked up. I hit the wall. So we're just going to probably cut that whole section out, but I'm not going to trim this. I'm not going to do any of this quite yet. I might in the end, but I think I might do something slick with the camera. Like maybe, I don't know, we'll see. I'll just leave it for now. Okay, so we're going to go back to the beginning. We're going to do our blend smooth. Switch over smooth, switch over smooth. Do that to every single playhead. Not playhead, I don't know what they called. Markers? Yeah. I'm going to set all these to smooth. Okay, let's see what we got. It's going to be ugly, but it's a start. Okay, so the car is not even in the shot there. Okay, we might have gone a little far ahead on all of our transitions. So, let's see. Let's push this one back a little bit. We can do some, oh shit, we don't want to start going out of range. That's the risk there. We want to make sure that car's in the shot once we get to here. Okay, so we are going to have to back our cameras up, but that's okay. We're going to go to like here. And for the beginning, maybe we'll keep the camera low. Oh wow, it's like really back. Maybe we'll keep the camera low. Something like this. Still not in the shot. Okay. Oh, I see what's going on. So it's moving up to this next one already. So we're going to bring this back to like here. And it's going to be outside of the range of the next one, maybe, but... So you just kind of got to move it around, check it. Okay, so this camera's going to have to come back a lot too. And since we're looking from the right side of the car, we're going to keep it over on the right side of the car. I like that, I like that. Okay, so you can see the camera's already starting to push up past the car for this next camera, so this one we're going to pull it back. And maybe we'll even move over to the left side of the car, do like a little show off the license plate or something. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so this one's a little far back. Kind of want to be a little closer to the car, so let's move it in. And it's just a little bit at a time, you know. We're only on our third marker, so I'm liking how this is looking though. Okay, so by the time we get to this, it's already pushing forward, so we're going to start bringing the camera up a little higher. Maybe even go through some of this tree. I don't want to go through too much of it or it'll just stop our camera. Let's see what this looks like. Oh yeah. So I think I hit the tree, which is what I don't want to do. So we're going to have to keep the camera low, at least till we get past that tree. Because as soon as I hit that tree, it just messes up everything. Man, it's still hitting the tree, huh? Alright, let's try lower. It could even be that I'm like hitting a wall or something. Seems like I'm hitting the wall too hard. Damn, okay. Well, instead of going on the left side, I'm gonna see what happens when I go on the right side, just to like really get away from that tree. Shit. Alright, that tree is really causing issues. How can we get around the tree? Maybe I'll just hug this right side. That would have to make for a little bit of tilt. And I'm going to go back to this previous camera and make sure that that's not what's hanging me up in the tree. Move that over to the right a little bit as well. I don't think it is, but... something's really getting us. I'm not sure what it is. Really, I'm trying to clear this tree by coming into this path, but I think it's still... Man, okay, well, I'm gonna bump up ahead of the next, to the next marker and see if that helps. I'm also gonna bring it back a little bit, level it out, because we are gonna eventually have to lean back to the other side. Alright, we're having issues. Is it this camera angle? Might just have to come like right into where the car is. That's still causing issues. Interesting. And we're getting out of range, which is not good. Well, we're gonna figure it out. We're just gonna play with the cameras until we don't run into anything. I wonder if we're running into this wall right here. That's what it's trying to show us, but maybe the tree isn't the issue. I have a suspicion it is the issue, but... Ah, okay. Yeah, it's really causing issues. Something is. Let's bring this in. We're just going to kind of stay close to the car because I don't think that the car is... Okay, it was that wall. Okay. So we just got to stay to the left, I think. And the tree is not what's causing the issue. It's that little corner of wall. And also our camera's getting out of range, which is going to have a chain effect, but... This wall, yeah, we're hitting this wall, I think. Yep, right there. Oh, not right there. So we're going to add another camera. Shit. And we're going to bring it away from the wall. So that's kind of like the second phase, is adding markers in between all the other markers just to kind of give it a really smooth look. But we're just going to add one now just to kind of try and pull us away from that wall. Oh, what the hell? Why is it right on the car like that? Oh, I think I put it there. So for this one, we're going to do that. And this one, okay. We might have had like a little bit too abrupt of a shift in the from camera to camera there, so I don't like how it's riding that wall like that, but we're gonna add another camera, look more that way. Let's see. Okay, we're getting There's gonna be more issues here though, I can already tell. We're already starting to drift toward that wall on the right a little bit. Yeah, like that. Wonder why it's doing that. I'm gonna pull this camera over to this side. And then I'm gonna add a camera, a marker here, and make sure that it stays away from that wall. And it's a little far behind the car. Again, with this transition, we want to look ahead of the car, so I'm gonna put it there. Did we fix it? Yeah, we fixed it. Alright, there's no more collisions, but again, we're getting into the territory of our initial markers are just way too far from the car. So we're going to bring it back to here and see how that looks. Okay, yeah. I have to do a lot of work on that. Let's kind of bring it back a little bit with all of our markers. Okay, so that's pretty good, but not great. Let's bring it back to here. And we're going to add a marker in between those. We might as well just start getting into the phase of adding things as we go. So the camera's a little bit too far to the left. I'm going to add a camera and push it over to the right a little bit. You got to give it the tilt. Okay, yeah, so it goes flat in between the corners there. Okay, so we're already running into some issues over here as well. So we're hitting the wall on the left side in between cameras. It's just pointing us right at the wall. What's our next camera? Okay. We don't want to... See how it like takes your camera angles like that? We don't want to add a camera there until we can fix that problem, because it's messing with all of our stuff. So that's where the next camera is. Let's just pull this one back a little bit. Maybe that'll fix it. Looks like it did. Okay. So I'm going to add a camera. So we just had to bring the camera back. We pushed it out a little bit too far on our initial markers. So we're going to bring it over to the right. kind of stick with the car. That way we're not cutting corners in our camera transitions. Also think this one could be even more right, but that is risking hitting the trees. That's fine with me, shit. Okay, this one, again, we're getting way too ahead of ourselves on our markers. Gonna bring it back a little bit. Ooh, let's see, we're gonna get into some more issues with the walls up there. While we're here though, I know that I'm good between here and here, so I'm just gonna add a marker, bring it over, keep it with the car, see how that looks. And when you're reviewing these, like you can't just start from here because it takes a second for the car to pick back up with these smooth blends, but start it back from there and you'll see exactly how it will. And yeah, we're hitting this wall on this transition. So, man, I can't even really tell which wall that is. I think it's this wall right here. So, as long as we can find like a clear path from like there-ish to here-ish without hitting this, I think we should be good. We'll set it all the way to the left. Okay, I think we solved that issue. Oh yeah, see, so yeah, the camera just almost wants to hit that wall, but doesn't. So now that it's clear, we're gonna add a camera in between the two, bring it back over here, closer to the car. You can stick with the car. You can give it a little bit of extra tilt, because we're really hitting deep angle here. The car's out of the shot so much there, so I'm gonna look to the left. And I think even look to the left on this one. Let's see how that looks. I want to keep that car in the center of the shot as much as I can. That's better. Let's see, do some of those bushes kind of disappear? Yeah, okay, I gotta find a way to hide that, because for some reason those bushes just disappear, so I think I'm gonna kind of try and get closer to the car and lower, so that maybe the car can block that bush disappearing. Oh, and it was this one too, right? I go a little lower to the right, so that the car kind of obscures me. Didn't quite get us what we want, but it's in the right direction. I might have to just get closer to the car. The car is really getting out of shot at that point. Maybe just looking all the way over here is going to make some difference. And it actually starts here when it starts getting really far to the left, so let's try this out. Okay, yeah, we didn't even see the bushes disappear that time, so getting a little wonky out here though, so alright, we're good up until this point, and I'm gonna see what happens if I kind of straighten the camera out on that marker. Okay, I'm gonna bring the camera back over to the left side a little bit. See what happens. Okay, so this marker, and actually there's not quite enough room between these cameras now, so I'm gonna delete the one I just made and bring this one back, because my car's all the way back there. So I'm gonna bring this one to like here, I think. Okay, that's pretty good, that's pretty good. And yeah, before we start getting too crazy with adding cameras in between them, let's make sure that our initial camera markers are looking good. So like we want to have like proximity to the car like down pretty good before we start adding cameras. Okay, so this one needs to be to the right for sure. This one is just so far away. Like my car is way back there, so. Let's see. Okay, I need to look at my car a little bit more, so it's more like there. More like there. Yeah, I need to look even more to the right just to really capture that angle, or I could just move it to here. That might be the better option. Like that. Like that. Alright, so now that we like our proximity on most of these points, let's add some more markers in between them so fill those gaps out so we can really stick with the car. Okay, so we start to lose it a little bit there. So between this one and this one, we start to get a little bit out of shot. So all we got to do is go right in between the middle of those, push our camera to the right, and since we already have like a smooth chase camera, as long as we just move that camera to the right, it'll fill in that gap and really make it smooth again. You know, kind of want to tilt it down a little bit. Let's just tilt these three down a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. I like that. I like that a lot. Alright, let's add another camera in between these, fill this gap. And again, we're doing a little bit of tilting down, so tilt down like there. Let's see what that looks like. It's looking a little bit too much to the right, so I'm going to take these and look to the left. Let's see what that does. Okay, that's a lot better. And I think I might even do that on these two. I didn't notice it before, but I think it's looking a little bit too much right. Yeah. So we'll come to there. Come to there. Yeah, I'm liking that already. Okay, then we gotta figure out a way to wrap it up on this clip. So if you didn't catch it the first time, we're gonna do 2 of these follow drone clips per video, and this is gonna be the first for this video. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way for this clip to end in a way that I can smoothly transition into the next half of this. Because I think the next clip for this video starts when I'm already coming around that corner, so maybe this is where you kinda gotta get creative, so let's see. The drift is good until like this point, and then you can kind of tell I'm spinning out. So I'm gonna see what happens. that has the smooth automatically. Once you start adding markers in between other smooth transition markers, it just sets them. So I'm going to see what happens if I look at this wall, because that could be a way to kind of smoothly transition from one clip to the next. Okay, you can definitely see my car start to spin out. Don't like that. I think I'm gonna have to start whatever I do a little sooner. That little proximity. Ooh, that actually looks good without a marker in between. Let's see. It kind of rushes over there though. Let's see. Since it does kind of a fast jolt, I'm just gonna I don't think it's gonna work, but that's kind of dumb. Let's see when it really starts to like jolt over. Here. I'm gonna add a camera there, give that 50 there. I'm gonna just play with like slowing it down. I don't like that. Okay. Maybe the problem is that my last marker is not doing enough movement like this. So I'm gonna see what happens if I do that. Just kind of bring it like. So I might be able to make that work. That's a little extreme though. Let's see. I want to like hide the fact that I fucked up that corner. That's like just enough to hide it. See what happens if I move the camera back a little bit and a little bit more rotation, just to fully hide it. So it seems a little abrupt the way the camera kind of does that. So that's the one thing about the blend, the smooth blend, is that from marker to marker it's super smooth, but you might remember our first marker, it does like kind of a rush thing, and it's just to kind of get into that mode of smooth transitions. So it'll do that in the first one and the last one. Like you can see it zooms in like really intensely there. So that might just be something I can solve with like a crossfade transition in Share Factory. How bad is that though? That's not that bad. I don't hate that. So let's just review the whole thing. We might just call this good. Let's see. Match music. Little text. I wonder if that's enough time for me to add text of Cross's track name. I think so. Maybe not. I can just let it run through this little straight too. And then dissolve it there. Or fade out there. Okay, what do I think? It's really far to the left in that area. Kind of want to look closer at the color. Okay, so I can already see there's some tilts issues because the drone is not smoothly tilting with the way that it's moving. So I'm just going to take a mental note of what I like and what I don't, and we'll go back through and fix the stuff. Okay, so the first thing I don't like, and I'm just going to test this out. This rarely works, but sometimes you can adjust the speed of the first marker. It looks a little sloppy. If I somehow add text over that slow part and then fade out when it starts moving faster, I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. It's kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't situation. That's a lot smoother though. And let's just play around with it. Let's see. I think I'm pretty zoomed in on that first marker, so it's zooming out a good amount to get to that second one, but let's just see what happens if I zoom in even further. I'm gonna zoom in all the way just to see. It's a really dramatic camera motion, which I don't know. I like that as far as starting a video out. Like, I think that might be better. Like, I'll show you the difference with the zoom. So, like, if we zoom really far out, let's just do max, just so it's like a really dramatic example. What up, Lifted? Whoa, that looks like the camera. That looks like the ceiling is a. That looks like the sky is the ceiling, right? That's crazy. Yeah, I don't like that. When I go back to the zoom. Okay, I'm gonna zoom all the way in and then back it out just a little bit. Let's see what that looks like. I like that a lot. Okay. So this is what we're working with. Let's see, what's the first issue I have? Let's see. I like this, but at some point the car gets way too far left in the shot. Right here. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna look a little bit to the left. Oh yeah, exclusive. That's right, Lifted. I'm gonna look a little bit more left. Yeah, and they didn't add anything to Rockstar for P5, which is kind of surprising. Like, next gen, no difference. Like, Share Factory even got some new stuff. Not edited. Get it together, Rockstar. Yeah, I'm a little bit left in the shot. Really? Lifted in the chat says wifey took a photo of P5 deal at Costco. How much was it? Midnight Black, 650K. With an extra remote. Oh, you got 2 controllers? Dude, 2 controllers is key, because I can make one last like 8 hours, but dude, if we're doing like a 9-10 hour lobbies. Alright, I'm gonna look more to the right again. Slim with disc. Ooh. Yeah, how much was it? I want to look a little bit more to the right. Forgot to ask, yeah. She forgot to tell you, it was probably intentional. Oh, 650 Canadian, gotcha. Yeah, frigate. Okay, so I'm seeing some stuff with the camera tilts. You can really see the camera tilts are dramatic when I scan through it like that. But I'm seeing some stuff that doesn't really look like drone. Like this one, I can level out a little bit because it's a little bit too. There we go. Like it's a little bit flat until it gets to there. But by the time it gets to this one, I should already be pretty well tilted just because you can kind of match it to the car. I mean, a drone is going to have to tilt in a similar way to like how a driver would. That's a little extreme though. Let's do a little less tilt. There we go. Alright, it's looking good. The bush isn't disappearing anymore. I wonder if there's a way that I can bring the camera even more to the right. So I kind of want to follow the car up onto that wall. Like that. Yeah, bro. This is just like a tutorial on how to use this, you know, dreaded blend transition. So yeah, I'm gonna edit the next clip after this, but I think I'm getting close to being done with this one. And shit, what are we at? I've only been streaming. I've been streaming for an hour, and I bet like 45 minutes of that has like really just been talking through this. So this is something I could do. If you get practice with doing this technique, it's like 20 minutes to get this. So let's see. I'm liking this. I'm thinking we might be close to done on this one. Although now that I'm looking at it, the camera, the center is like, I kind of want to look at the car more. So I'm just going to look at the car more. And the car's moving slow, so there's not, the blend isn't having a huge effect. It's really as fast as the car is moving, as fast as the camera can catch up. Okay, this is a little bit too far, because that's like when I'm really picking up speed. So I'm going to bring that camera up a little bit. I like that. Kind of sticks with the car. But it also shows that the car is really boosting. Nice banked corner there. Starting to level out. Okay, I don't like how we popped through that bush there. Like, you can see it, like the bush right there. It just, like, disappears. Like, that's sloppy to me. So, like, I'm gonna get away from the bush to, like, here and see if that helps. Nope. Let's get away from the bush with the next one. See how that does. Does it again. Okay, we're gonna do the previous one. And this one might actually be setting us up to be close to that bush, so we'll do the one even before that. Alright, let's see if that got us away from that bush. Oh, don't like that at all. Okay. I'm gonna get like really far away from the bush and see what happens. Shit. Which one did I get really far away with? This one? Or was it this one? I think it was this one. Yeah, I'm gonna have to basically pull like 4 or 5 markers away from that bush just to prevent that pop out effect. It's still doing it. Okay, we're gonna move over here with this early one. And we're just gonna get clear of the bush. And if we gotta get the car back in the shot somehow, then we'll just do our tilts. But for now, we're just gonna slide the camera away from that bush and like every possible marker. Still doing it. So we're gonna bring that one over too. We're basically moving like 4 markers just to get away from that bush because of that pop out effect. And this is like some, you know, perfectionist ass shit, but if you're really like obsessing over smooth camera angles, I'm just gonna assume you are also a perfectionist. Freak. I might have to do something like drastic, like pull it all the way to the left for like a side view. I'm just gonna move them all a little bit at a time until I can really be sure that I'm clearing that bush. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. How can I do this? I'll move the even next one away from the bush. Let's see if that helps. Go more into the bush. Yeah, that's the answer. I don't love it. Let's see, I can even like just like drag it over the playhead and see that bush pop out. It's almost like my car going into it is what's causing the bush to disappear, but I know that's not true. I might just have to live with that, because if I go any further, I'm going to be starting to like hit this wall and run into some of the issues we were before. Alright, so I'm going to look back at my car. This is already like not looking at my car. So we go from there. Yeah, that's like, I don't know, that's not really the drone chase realistic I'm looking for, but we might just have to live with it. Because the bush is way less noticeable now. Like, let's see. At least it happens like on the edge of the screen. when you're like focused on the car, so that's good. I think I want to get like closer to the car, like we did last time. That might help a lot too. Closer to the car means closer to the bush, but maybe we can use the car to kind of like block the... Oh shit, if we go any lower, we're gonna start... Yeah, we're gonna start running into the walls. So this is like... This is the other issue, is solid objects. Alright, I think I'm gonna be happy with that, honestly. Let's see how the bush looks this time. It's fine. Look at that. I don't want to leave it like that, but I might have to. Okay, we're looking a little low through this section, so let's see. I think from here I'm going to start tilting the camera up. It's like I like that the camera's low, but I don't like how the car is so high in the shot. I mean, just a little bit, you know? Okay, that looks it to me. Cuts over to the right a little bit. Let's see where it does that, which playhead it's in. Take this playhead, so we're gonna do a little bit of that. I'm liking that, I'm liking that. I'm liking it. And then we'll just have like a crossfade there. Alright, so I want to watch it again. You know, you might think, oh, it's perfect, I'm done. Well, always watch it all the way through again. See what you love, see what you hate. I love the car proximity, I love how it boosts up there. I love how the camera's tilting a little bit now. I love how the car's in the center of the shot. I love how we are off the walls, away from the bushes. I don't know, it's kind of weird in that section. Let's see, I'm gonna let it run, but it is like right in the middle. Not huge on. Could be a little smoother. I like that, it just kind of shows like wall proximity, you know. I almost touched this wall. Go a little quicker, just skipping them. Okay, let's see where it gets squirrely, because it's really smooth through here. I think it's like right there. Okay, I'm gonna do... The camera moves a little abruptly, so I'm gonna do something like that and see what that does. I already like that better. And then this is so extreme, like, golly. Is there a way I can... I'm like playing around with that bush again a little bit now, but... Okay, I can still tolerate that, but I think I might... I'm not doing any zooming also because, you know, like zooming is gonna really be obvious when it comes from shot to shot. Like I'm zoomed out a little bit now. I don't want to go zoomed out, zoomed in, zoomed out. You know? I'm like locked in the same zoom this whole time. I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Wasn't there some other squirrely shit going on in the middle? Let's see. Maybe just around that bush spot that I didn't like how far away I was getting or something. You know what? I think if we just like... I think it's kind of like a better of two evils situation. Like I want to keep the car in the center of the shot, but I think if I let the car drift over to the right side of the shot, it'll just totally not show that bush thing happening. And I would rather that than popping out bushes. Okay, let's see. Which one is it at exactly? It's like... like right here. It's like between here and here. So I'm just gonna look to the left there. Look to the left there. And that should put the car on the right side of the screen, in which case the bush will not be anywhere on the screen. I like that better. I mean, it does draw your eye to the right side of the screen. Shit, I didn't go far enough. What the? Okay. Yeah, your eye is really to the right side of the screen, which means you're looking at the bush. Damn it. What is the solution here? I think we might just want to go up more. Further up the track. Let's see what that looks like. Oh no. Yeah, we're into like hard object collision zones. Which, man, I did not have these issues on that first clip, but you know, that's editing. Yeah, it's too far up there. Okay, the bush pops out, but the car's on the right side. I think I remember it. I keep saying that. Okay, we're just gonna call this good for now. I'm gonna watch it one more time just to be sure that I like it. I'm not gonna screen record it or anything to save it, but good, looking good, looking good. That bush is pretty minimal at this point. We're just so close to the ground, but it's fine, it looks good. I don't know if you noticed, but anytime I go on two wheels up off the wall like that, it gives my car a crazy boost. Alright, so we're going to save our changes, and I'm going to say that this is good, at least for now. So you can see on the bottom of the screen, the fourth clip in this project we're done with. I'm going to jump into this one. If you're watching, let's take like a little 1 minute, 2 minute break. And then we're going to jump into this. I'm going to let this run just so you can see the raw footage, what I'm working with. Actually, let me just real quick. Okay, so it picks up a little bit further away from the, yeah, it's like we left off like on that wall. So I'm just going to have to like cut out the section that I got to this point for this video, but that's okay. So we're basically going to pick up the next clip where we left off. We're going to pick up with this clip where we left off with the last one. So again, I was like looking at a wall or something. So I might do something cheeky where I'm like starting off on a wall here, doing something like this to follow it around there. But again, I'm just going to take a quick minute break since we're like an hour in on this tutorial. And I'll be right back to, we're going to do all the camera work for this clip next. So yeah, I'll leave it here. We'll be back in just a sec. Alright, let's get back into it. Um, so I definitely made a few mistakes in the last one. So we're going to see if we can avoid making those mistakes in this one. And I think the solution is going to be adding more markers as we go and not pushing the boundaries of the camera bubble. Um, it might save us time, it might not. With any editing, the goal is to kind of, as I'm sure you know, start saving as much time as you can so you can bang out these edits faster. Let's see. So I left off on the last clip, like I said, looking at the wall where there was some proximity. So I kind of want to do like a wall crossfade transition when I get into Share Factory. So I think I want to start like on one of these walls, kind of lift the camera up and then get into a follow. But you know what would also be really sick? I just realized we did a chase camera for the whole last clip. We were behind the car. What if for the second clip, if we were looking at the front of the car? Maybe we'll do like a little loop around for the end of the video, because let's just see. In the end, I'm going to end this video with the emote, you know? So the end of the video is going to be like, yay, we made it through. Get out of the car, do an emote. So by the end of the video, I'm going to want my camera behind the car. So yeah, mid-video, we're going to do a little bit of other way, looking back at the car. So, how far away can I get? I can get to like here. I don't know, I could start in the bushes. That's not bad. I don't know. Let's just play with it. We'll start our first marker here. Move it forward. Let's just set it here for now. Okay, so the car is already there. I'm gonna delete that marker. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna get. Yeah, I'm really maxed out here, but let's see. We'll just send it. We'll put it like here, and then for this marker, we'll go up. What we really want to avoid is hitting the edge of this wall. So maybe we'll do like a little side view. And now I really want to be pushing my camera forward on the track. Now that I'm clear of that wall, you know. Go to like here. Go. Okay, this is where we're definitely clear of the wall. Go to like here. And we don't want to lock it onto the car, right? Because we're doing the smooth blend. We want to lock it like where the car's gonna be, but we don't want to back it all the way out like we did the last time. We're gonna come to like here. That's probably good, right? Go here. Let's see, this is where the camera is going to want to start tilting. So assuming we're flying a drone, we're going to be tilting this way. Give it a little like, you know, height on this one so you can see how big it drops on the other side of that wall. Go back around to this way. Go like here. We still got that same tilt. It's not resetting our tilt like it was last time, which was kind of annoying. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, we're not even gonna know if we're running into shit until we start adding transitions, but okay. We'll go from here to like here. Add our camera. This is where we're getting squirrely because we can't really see what's up ahead of us. I mean, we could, but oh. Okay, yeah, never mind. That wall looked kind of like the last one, but we know where we left off. Okay, I think the car is starting to do like an inside line. So we'll go closer over to this wall here. Bring that to like here. The car's moving fast, so we gotta keep in mind like this. If we're going for this drone emulation angle, like we really wanna move fast with the car. So the car transitions, so we'll tilt it back this way. So between our last camera and this one, it's going to do a tilt transition to kind of show that bank, that corner banking. Okay, we'll go there. Bring this. Okay, now we're on the wall. So this is like the R wall. The R wall. Go there. Go there. Let's see what's up ahead. We got a left-hand corner, but I think I end up getting wall proximity up there, but I'm gonna set it like here. Go like there. Up here, and then by the time we get to the next camera, I think we're gonna have done another drift transition, so we'll go back to the other tilt. Oh shit. Yeah, the car's going fast. I think the car really picked up some speed banking off that wall right there, so you can see it's really not that long until it's out of the bubble. Go back to here. And the car's pointing the other way, so switch our tilt. Okay, we're looking there. Car's hauling ass, so. And I'm pretty sure we're gonna hit this wall right here, but the solution might be to just add another camera out here. And you know what? I'm gonna just do that. I'm gonna delete that last marker we made. Start it a little sooner. That might avoid hitting that wall. And then bring the camera out to like here. Oh yeah, because we want to turn the camera around before we get to the end. So that is the end. So this is we're gonna use this section to turn the camera around. We're gonna use this like inner line. Go there. And we're turning the camera around, so we're gonna switch our bank, our tilt. Gonna go up. And we're constantly thinking like, where's the card gonna be? Like that's just the mode you got to get into when using this smooth blend. It's like, where's the card gonna be? It's gonna be up there. And I think since I kind of want to end the video with like a low to the ground drone shot, I think I'm gonna go high. Let's see. This is pretty low, so we'll just set this one high. Add one there. Can level it back out. Maybe it'll tilt like this and then level out. Like it kind of has to like stabilize itself. So we'll do a little bit that way. And we'll stay high until we get to the final shot. Man, that card really sends out a shot. Look how short on the timeline that it takes for it to get to that bubble. Okay, that's where we're going to be leveling out the drone. And like the shorter the time on the timeline, if you have a short little space from one marker to the next and you do a whole lot of camera movement, like that means fast camera movement, But, the drone might have to catch up to the car to get to the end of this. Okay, so that's where it starts doing a donut, and it's a little bit to the left, and I really want to capture that, so I'm just going to already be looking at that space. Okay, so now we got to start anticipating that emote, and I kind of want to I might do kind of like a shaky drone like leveling for that final shot. Okay. This is like the area we're gonna be, so go like here. A little bit of tilt, just, you know, so it's not perfectly level. And also we're gonna be getting lower. Get that crew logo in the shot. With it's at a 0.65 zoom, you can see at the top, so I'm going to play with the zoom, but if I don't like it, I can always go back to 0.65. I think I will do a little bit of zoom though. We'll see how it looks, but we'll just keep 0.65 in mind. Kind of like it from over here better, but and I think that the drone is going to be slowly drifting over to the left side. So we'll do another little mini bank, and maybe even a little zoom out. Okay. So we're just guessing at this point, but we're going to switch all of our blends to smooth now, and then see what it looks like. Did I mess up? No, those are all smooth. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, yeah. Back even close enough there. The main thing is that I'm not hitting walls, clipping bushes. Yeah, it's pretty ugly right now, but we'll fix all this. Let's see how our turnaround would look with them. Pretty good, pretty good. It's like the drone just hit the brakes. Ultimately, I'm going to cut out that section where I'm scrambling next to the door, but I like it. Alright, so we got the groundwork down. I like the beginning. Almost immediately, though, the car isn't enough in the shot. Car's way over to the left side, so I'm going to look where it's going to be going. Okay, so see how we can make this make sense. So at first we're on the side of the car. And the car is really there. By the time we get here, the car is really like there. Let's check see what our tilt is doing also. So I think if for it to do that movement, it would need to lean this way, so. And it actually might even be more intense of a tilt for a drone to do that. And just to give it like a natural kind of extreme tilt, I'm going to lean it to the right for the first one. Okay. I like that, Alright, what's going on here though, because car's in the shot. Car's not really good in the shot. Cross in the chat. I'm making cake right now, LOL. Well, that's good. You'll be on and at some point? Well, hell yeah. I'm making a showcase video of your track. Okay, I don't know why I think just the speed of the car makes the car really catch up to the camera at that point. That's better though. need an excuse to go into editor. Well, once I'm done streaming, once I'm done streaming this, you'll be able to watch it back. So I don't expect people to like be editing a video while I'm editing this one, but it'll be up on my channel so you can play it, pause it, try it, play it, pause it, try it. Yeah, this would be, I'm doing this pretty quick, so this would be pretty hard to like be doing at the same time as I'm doing it. But it'll be up on my channel so you can run that playhead back, or you can watch the whole video and pause it. But yeah, if you don't know the smooth blend, this is what it's all about. Okay, I want to tilt that camera down. I think even this camera is gonna have to tilt down a little. Let's see. You're good at camera movement, you just need an excuse to make something. Yeah. Alright, make something. You got clips, I bet. Yeah, I want to tilt this camera down a lot. Let's see. Okay, and then this camera is like way too far, way too close to the car, so I'm going to back that out, tilt it down a little. Ooh, I kind of like that inner tire dip, so I'm going to like bring it over this way a little bit, just to show a little bit more of it. Oh yeah. And then by the time I get to this spot, I want to be looking more that way. Still not quite enough. You know what? Instead of messing with that next camera though, I'm going to just add a marker in between them and then tilt it, because that's where the car is going to be. Yep, that did the trick. But then by the time we get to this marker, we want to be looking there. And I'm going to also be adding a marker in between those two, because that's where we start to lose the car in the shot a little bit. We want to be good drone pilots. Okay, this one is going to have to be tilting down. And let's see, we're going to have to put something in between those two. Okay, we're going to have to look more to the left for this one. Looks good, looks good. I'm seeing some weird stuff with the tilt, so we're leaning into that corner. So I think for this one, we're going to have to start leaning there. It's hard when you're moving backwards, but you know like which way is going to make the most sense to me. I don't know, that looks a little funky still. I might need to just level this one out. That might have fixed it. But this one is definitely leaning more just to initiate into that corner. I don't like how the car is getting so out of the shot there. So I'm going to look down that way, because I think that's where the car is going to be. And maybe even for this one as well. It's going to be more like there. Okay, that's better, that's better. I'm not really showing how much... I kind of want the wall in the shot on that last little camera turnaround. I'm not getting much of that. I mean, I'm not getting wall proximity with my driving there, but I still kind of want to show the wall in the shot. So I think it'd be like with this one, we'd maybe be moving back to here. And this one, back to there. Let's see how that looks. You get a little bit of the wall in the shot, but it's like really this one that's gonna tie over the edge of the wall to the getting through that tunnel, so we can come all the way back out to like here. There we go. I do want to be looking further to the left, though, because that's kind of where the car is by the time it gets there. I like that. I like that. And the drone's got to catch up with the car. And I think I'm going to go even further with this camera, like here. Let's see. Okay, let's do more up. Like we fully caught up to the car, and now we're just kind of buzzing around it. Am I like oh, it's she's opening her mouth just to go with the action. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Okay, let's see what that looks like. We'll watch that over again. See what we think. I still think this could be looking more that way. Let's try that. And actually, you know what? Like, remember I was saying, like, at the beginning and ends of clips, you kind of want to give yourself a little bit of extra just for, like, clipping later on in Share Factory. I'm going to add a marker there. And then set the very first one to, like, 50. See what that does. That does next to nothing. Let's even slow it down more. Let's see what 5 does. It's a lot. That makes this clip very long. I don't know if I need that much. I might even delete this and set this first marker to 20. 35. And then maybe I'll drag this over so the car's not in slow-mo for so long. I kind of like that though, that the car starts out in a little bit of slow-mo. See, we're running out of extra though. We want a little bit of extra here. Okay, I like that, but now our camera's looking too far to the left. Let's put it like here. I like that. Okay. Looking good. Car's a little far left from the shop there. This is our turnaround spot. It's kind of weird how you can see the snow going through the wall there. So, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna bring this camera back over to this side of the wall. And for this next camera, I'm gonna lower it. I know our goal is to go high through there, but I think the higher we are, the more we can see that snow popping through. See if that fixes it. That's all we had to do. Oh yeah. I'll bring the camera forward a little bit because the car gets a little far out of shot at that point. I'm gonna set this one here. So you see a little bit of the wall, but not so much that you see over the edge. Okay, I'm liking that, I'm liking that. I'm gonna watch it again and just make some adjustments as we go. I don't mind that the car's in slow-mo for a second. Okay, right there it gets a little bit too far to the left, so look here. Right here it's doing the same thing, so I'm going to look to the left. Same with this marker, but not as extreme. Oh, I just realized our camera's leaning. It would be leaning that way, I guess. Yeah, that's right. It's got to lean the other way to kind of avoid that wall. I could do some kind of left and right tilts while I get to here. So like this one could be this way. This one could be this way. Let's see what that does. It's like drone kind of righting itself. Kind of gives that like waviness. I think by the time we get here, you've already seen the logo on my door, so I'm gonna like really hone in on my character because that's like where the emote happens. Same with this last marker. I've already seen the car. I might as well let the camera creep over this way a little bit and get some car in the foreground. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, I forgot we got this other final marker, which we could bring even more over to this side of the car. But remember, those final markers are going to do like some abrupt blend stuff the last second. So the more similar the camera with the final marker is to the second to last marker, the less abruptly those shifts are going to happen. You can see it really wants to like brush to catch up with the smooth blend. So I'm gonna try and get this last marker closer to the second to the last marker. So I'm a little lower here, looking up a little bit. So we got that and that. Okay, look down there, that and that. Alright, that shouldn't be too far off to where it's like abrupt. But let's take a look. That looks great. Alright. I was trying to remember what some of these. I think we're gonna call this good. So I think we're about wrapped up with this project. At least the second project. I've got 2 different videos within one project, but I wanted to play around with some of the filters because it's been so long since I looked at any of these editor filters. They've got so many more than the Share Factory, but they're all just so obviously Rockstar editor filters. It would be really dumb for me to decide on going with editor filters at this point because we've laid so many markers down. I'd have to go through and switch it to. I'd have to switch every marker to. I guess you can copy the effects and paste them. I forgot about that. So that's an option. But yeah, again, these are just like so obviously Rockstar editor filters. We don't want our shit to look basic. I do like some of the look of some of these though, but I mean, I don't know. I'm a filter fanatic, so a lot of people hate them. I use them minimally if I can help it. Albuquerque, like honestly, I really like Albuquerque. Just for fun, I'm gonna copy this and paste it. I'm gonna make a section of this video Albuquerque. Oh wow, it's like changing. Why is it changing? It's like changing the filter every clip. What did I do? Why is it so weird? Let's give it like 50. That's so weird. It's like you can see the difference every time it switches markers. It gives you like a different amount of the filter or like something. It's weird. Okay, let's see. Let's give it a little bit more. Um, watch out, flashes. Oh. I think that looks so much sicker than the original, honestly. Yeah, drop it in the chat if that looks better than the original. I don't like that flashing, like obviously, so I probably won't keep it, but you can see the filter like changing every marker. That's so dumb. Why is my Santa hat not on? God damn it. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to use that filter. But there are some benefits of using the filter. If you're going to use filters, like using them in the editor, like this is where the initial changes are most effectively made because, wow, did it really, I went all the way back to there. So like if we upload this and export this and all that, like we're just basically making surface filters to like the surface of, it's like kind of a two-dimensional effect if we use like Share Factory or image editing or video editing software. Like we're just making surface changes to the entire visual, but to do your filter changes in editor, like you're gonna get effects that you can't get because you're essentially using, it's more than a filter, it's like, you know, three-dimensional changes to the video itself. I mean, the Killer Clowns effect, that's like adding fog to the background and weird lighting stuff. Like you're gonna get stuff from these editor filters you're not gonna get anywhere else. I do like the Thermopylae. I don't know. But yeah, let's see. I think I'm gonna wrap it up though for this stream because I definitely have gone through the smooth camera transitions. Like I think if anybody is in the chat watching, drop some questions now would be the best time. If anybody's been with me from step one of this stream, definitely. If you haven't, if you hopped on late, just watch it from the beginning. It should be pretty self-explanatory. It just takes practice, but it is going to have a huge effect on your overall results from your videos, you know, like, and it's mainly just if you want that drone look, like that chase drone look, like, this is the only way you're going to get that I know of. And I mean, yeah, I've been editing for a while, taking a pretty good break the last year or so, but from everything I've learned from the best editors that I've ever met, this is what I can offer you. So watch it back, pause it, try it, practice it. We're gonna watch this one more time just to make sure we don't hate anything about it. Bumping up that on the wall. No wall proximity. It wouldn't matter anymore. Inside. Wall proximity. drone just kind of bounces around, shows the emote, the end. Alright, yeah, I like it. I think we've covered everything when it comes to the smooth blend / transition. Again, though, can't stress it enough. The main thing to keep in mind is that the markers you set, you want your camera angle to be like 20 feet in front of your car. And it all depends on how fast your car's going at the time, but you could think about it in distance, you could think about it in time. I mean, time would be more accurate because it essentially just takes, I don't know, like a second and a half for the camera to catch up. And, you know, it's all just based on automatically doing a little bit of like work for that transition to know where the next one is. So it's like the next clip, the next camera has to be able to anticipate where the last one left off. I don't know. It's kind of hard to explain, but the more you play with it, the more you'll get it. Um, Another trick I've used in the past when I was learning this is that I could almost picture that the the camera was attached to like a marker that, so like I was essentially pulling a camera around on a like a tow rope or like a rubber band. It's kind of like that. Like you can imagine like if you've done camera angles when you do like linear and it's like snapping exactly like your marker is your camera, but when you're doing these smooth blends, it's almost like you're pulling your camera around with a rubber band, and that kind of smooths out all the transitions. So um, however you got to think about it, make it work. But so much of it is just practice, trial and error. But yeah, hopefully some of this stuff has given you some assistance with it. Everybody hates learning it, but once you learn it, it's easy, just smooth sailing. Um, but yeah, hopefully this helped you out. Hopefully this helps you out with your videos. Hopefully you get some dope drone footage with some of the information you picked up off of this video. Feel free to tag me, shout me out, like, hey, I learned some tips, whatever, you know. Probably going to be shouting out the bro that gave me a little bit of inspiration to make this video and to make this edit. So again, it's been a long time since I've made an edit like this, especially one just for the fun, you know. But yeah, that was Car Meet Paradise on Instagram. PSN Sturge 5711. Go check out his video. He's got a snowy track video. I was like, damn, that looks fun. I want to edit something. It's been too long, so yeah, go check him out. Add him on PSN. He knows how to do all this stuff. I don't even really know, bro, but he already knows. So shout out Car Meet Paradise IG. So yeah, get in there, get into Editor, play with it, learn it, practice it. Shit's fun as hell, especially once you start doing this stuff. Just, you know, you get good clips, get some good camera angles, and link them all together. And, you know, you can do anything. I mean, this is just for like drone emulation shots. Like you can combine these techniques with other techniques and really go in all kinds of directions. I mean, drone shots, in-car shots, stable shots, you know, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, have fun with it. Keep editing. Can't wait to see some fire edits out there. Hell yeah. But I'm going to wrap it up. That's it for this stream. Hope you guys have a epic Christmas and look forward to getting this video out for you guys. You guys can see what this shit looks like in its final form. Hell yeah.